Hello, and welcome back to part 2 of Star Wars Empire at War The Rebellion campaign on the um, base game of Star Wars Empire at War. That means without the Forces of Corruption expansion. So we're going to pick up right where we left off in, um, in the invasion of Eradu by sending Team 3 across the water. Now we've spotted some of the Imperial troopers, so I'm going to order our units to take cover so they take less damage from the hostiles. Um, and I'm going to now advance these guys up using the attack and move order. Oops, accidentally double clicked that there. Using the attack and move order up, um, having these guys all take cover so they take less damage. Now, the special thing about the whoops, yeah, my mouse randomly clicks sometimes. I'm sorry about that. Oh shoot, they're gonna bomb some of our troops. I hope that they live. Yeah, most of them lived. So anyway, what I was saying is that there are. Oh no, there's another bomb there. Um, all right, there we go. Now that I can think, um, I'll explain what those troops were, because those weren't stormtroopers, except for the scout troopers that we saw there. So each planet might have what's called a native population on it. Essentially, all that means is the people of the planet will fight for one side or the other. So on this side, on this planet, the humans will battle alongside the Empire for whatever reason. Um, there we go. So, as you can see, we are about to finish the, not encirclement, but essentially the assault on the compound. Yep. So we are assaulting the base from the south, while up here we have the armor fighting against the reinforcements they're trying to send up north. Um, so we're gonna just hold them off for a while down here while we break through in the north, which we're doing quite successfully. Um, so we don't really need to be fighting these guys, but we will, just to secure what we're doing. Once these stormtroopers are down, we should have a much easier time breaking through down here, which we did. Yep, so now we've broken through in the south and the north, so we are going to push into the compound now um, and look for their base to destroy. Now we have also destroyed their troops in the south, so we're going to push up from the south. Now these are turrets. Turrets are not good for certain units. So this is an anti-infantry turret. So it's fortunate that we assaulted like we did, because that is an anti-vehicle turret. Essentially, what that means is we would not have had a good time if we had assaulted down there with the vehicles. But like I said, it's fortunate we attacked like we did. Now I'm going to call in a bombing run on the center to wipe out their forces. The whole reason we're allowed to call in a bombing run on this map is because we have orbital supremacy. So our ships are in orbit as opposed to theirs. If theirs were in orbit, they wouldn't be able to bomb, but neither would we. The whole reason that we would not be able to bomb, or they would not be able to bomb, is because it is their planet. You can't bomb your own planets, is essentially what I'm saying. So now we have broken through and basically broken their lines. It's just a matter of mopping up what's left now. So we are just gonna use the tanks here to destroy whatever infantry is left, as well as the reinforcement buildings for their non-constructible reinforcements, which is essentially just their regular the regular humans who are helping them out. We're also going to hit that turret before it's up, so that way it's destroyed before it can do any damage to us. Down here, our troops are taking out the stormtroopers that spawn from this barracks, which we will be taking out right now. And now we will be taking out that scout trooper. And once that is destroyed, once he's destroyed, as well as these stormtroopers, we should win the battle. So there we go. We have secured Eriadu, or Eriadu, however you want to pronounce it. It's Star Wars, so everything's pronounced weird. So sometimes it does that where it takes a minute. So there we go. We have secured the planet without any losses. So now let's work on securing it. As you can see, the income of each planet connected to this trade route has gone up because we have secured all of them in a row. So we're going to send C-3PO and R2-D2 to another planet to get the technology from there. And we are going to begin mass production on ground units as well as aerial units. I think Naboo is going to be our major spaceport in terms of production until we can secure a planet known for it. I think our next goal should be to secure Ryloth or Corellia to kind of cut off this sector down here. I think Corellia might be too heavily defended of a target, but you know what? To check that, I will show off the stealth feature right now of these units. So I know I'm sending him in alone, but he will not begin a battle because he is all alone here. So he has a couple cruisers, and that's about it, as well as a level 2 space station. So it doesn't seem like that'll be too hard to take out. I just don't know if I would really want to do that at the moment. I don't think my fleet is ready for that. I mean, it's not that it's not ready for it, it's just stuff like that. Wow, the respawn rate on C-3PO is much shorter in this version. So we have just advanced the next tech tier. So we're on tech tier 4 now, which means we get access to Mon Calamari cruisers, which is very, very good. In fact, I will start producing those once I can. So now I think we're ready for it, because now we have a capital ship that is more powerful than the Nebulon B. So let's do that. Let's cut them off in the south, or in the lower reaches of the galaxy, by invading Corellia. So we have spawned in a nebula cloud, which is never good, but you know, we'll do what we can do. So sometimes it's difficult to select exactly what you want in this, so we will select these guys as team 2. We'll move them in 2. So now we got the fighters and the capital ships in 2 different teams to control them each individually. So let's get them going. So the fighters are going to arrive first, so we'll send them right after the shields. I will select Han Solo individually and put him into squad number 3 and have him harass the fighters. I'll have team 1 approach and start hammering the hangars. Actually, I will have Han Solo attack this broadside cruiser so he doesn't give our fighters a bit of trouble. I will select our frigate and the fighters to focus down that frigate so that way our fighters don't die. Though we are losing them pretty fast, so it looks like there's going to be a bit of a slog of a battle. though we will do our best to avoid that. So let's get them focused back on the shield generator. Our capital ship is under heavy attack at the moment. So Han Solo is almost done with that frigate. And our cruisers are now focusing on their space station, which is good. We just took out their frigate, so now we're going to go take out their bombers to protect our capital ship. And it seems like we've survived the cruiser onslaught. Just as I say that, though, we have another cruiser entering the atmosphere, or rather the combat zone. Seems like the bombers have run away, at least for a little bit. So we'll have them wave off, as well as these fighters. We'll have them kind of run away a little bit, just to loop back around and hit those turbo lasers. So I think we're doing okay here. So yeah, now we just have to hit the space station as hard as we can to finish this battle as quickly as we can. We're going to use Han Solo again as fighter harassment since these guys just came out of the blue, and I will speed up the battle once again. So we're just finishing up the battle now, and it should be done very, very soon. There we go. We have secured the space around Corellia. Now, I will be cutting this episode a little bit short. Actually, before I do. So now you can see we see Coruscant, the capital of the Empire. We can do that because, as you can see, Alderaan is kind of grayed out here. That's because we don't have direct visual access to it by the orbits that we control. So we control the orbit around Corellia. We don't control the planet. But because we now control the orbit, we can see Coruscant. So once we take, for example, Jabiim, we can see Ilum, and so on and so forth. So with that being said, I'm going to cut this episode off a little bit early. I will see you all next time. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time.